Some animals can sense things that humans can't even imagine, things you can't see, can't hear, or even feel. And once you realize what they can do, the world suddenly feels very different. Because while we rely on our five senses, there are animals out there living in a completely different reality. A reality where the air is full of invisible signals, the ground carries messages, and even emotions can be detected. Let's start with something very familiar. Dogs. Dogs don't just hear better than us. They don't just see the world differently. They can actually smell your emotions. When you feel stressed, your body releases tiny chemical signals. When you feel fear, those signals change. And even though you can't see it or feel it, your dog can detect it instantly. That's why your dog sometimes behaves differently around you, even when you haven't said a single word. They're not just reacting to what you do, they're reacting to what you feel. And that means your dog might understand you in ways you don't even understand yourself. Now imagine being in the ocean, completely still, and something far away moves. You can't see it, you can't hear it, but something else can. Sharks. Sharks have a sense that feels almost unreal. They can detect electrical signals. Every living creature, including you, produces tiny electrical impulses. Your muscles, your heartbeat, your movements. They all create signals in the water, and sharks can sense them from a distance. Even the smallest movement is enough, which means, in their world, you're never completely invisible. Now imagine flying thousands of kilometers across oceans, across continents, without a map, without GPS, without anything to guide you. And still, you always know where to go. That's exactly what some birds can do, because certain birds can sense the Earth's magnetic field, an invisible force that surrounds the entire planet. They use it like a built-in compass, allowing them to navigate across the world with incredible precision. Even when the sky is empty, even when there are no landmarks, they still know the way. Now imagine walking in complete darkness. You can't see anything. You can't hear anything. But somehow, you still know exactly where your target is. That's how some snakes hunt, because certain snakes can see heat, not with their eyes, but with special sensors that detect body temperature. Even in total darkness, in that they can see the heat of another animal and strike with perfect accuracy. To them, darkness doesn't exist. Now let's go somewhere quieter, somewhere far away, where the ground feels still, but it's not, because elephants can feel vibrations through the ground, tiny movements traveling across the earth from miles away, another animal walking, a distant movement, even approaching danger. They can feel it long before anything is visible, which means they don't just see the world, they feel it in ways we never can. And when you start to think about it, it becomes clear that the world around us is not what it seems. Because while we experience reality in one way, there are animals living in a completely different version of it. A world filled with signals, vibrations, heat, and invisible information that we can't even begin to notice. And maybe the craziest part of all is this. These animals are not rare. They're not hidden away. They're all around us, living their lives while sensing things we don't even know exist. So the next time you see an animal, just remember, it might already know you're there long before you notice it. And if you want to see more things like this, make sure to like and subscribe, because there are still many things about this world that will completely change the way you see it.